Hello, my name is Paul Jenkins, Managing Director of UK Packaging Innovation Consultancy, ThePackHub, and I'm delighted to be joined today by Alexander Sobolenko, General Manager and Founder of Releaf. Hello, Alexander, how are you today?
Hi, Paul. Thank you. I'm great. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you very much. And the reason we're here today is that Alexander and his Releaf Paper business have won the Packup's inaugural Packaging Startup Awards for alternative materials. So I'm really keen to find out a little bit more about Alexander and his business. So without further ado, can you tell us a little bit about your background and what inspired you to start Releaf?
My background is absolutely not dependent on or not connected to the packaging or paper industry. But 2 years ago, I read a really wonderful story about some Ukrainian biotechnologist and innovator who created the technology of extracting fibers from fallen leaves and making them affordable for making paper. I was the entrepreneur before that time, and I was looking for the new project, the huge project to work in. And I understood that's the best project for me. So I connected to that guy, and since the time we're working together. That was my story of how I joined Releaf.
Wow, just 2 years ago. It seems like you've been in the news and doing lots of really good things a lot over recent times. And I can't believe you've got to where you are now, award winning, and everything that goes with that in just 2 years. So well done. You've done a lot in that time. So tell us a little bit more about the premise behind Relief. What problem it's solving. I know obviously you've got lots of environmental challenges, sustainability challenges. So tell me a bit more about what problem Relief solves.
Several years ago, when my partner was inventing this technology, so he was a young 16 years old Ukrainian student, environmentally concerned and having some background in biotechnology and chemistry. He was looking for the new materials to be used for making paper instead of cutting the trees for getting the pulp. So he did a lot of tests with the grass, with the straw, but he understood that this solution is already work. But then he paid attention on the forest close to his house. And he was asking himself, if people are cutting trees for getting pulp, and if the leaf is a part of tree as well. So obviously that's there should be some fiber in the leaves as well. So he spent 6 months in the laboratory to get the first samples of paper made from fallen leaves, and the problems that he addressed is, of course, deforestation. That's a carbon footprint, and that's introduction of new materials made from renewable source to the packaging market.
Brilliant. Okay. And do you have challenges with seasonality and, obviously leaves falling at a certain time of year? And the supply chain, I guess, is a little bit more, not complicated, but different to existing paper sources.
Yeah, of course, when we switch from the school project to the business, so we find a solution how to address also the seasonality of the leaves. So we're doing this in few different directions. First of all, that's true. The most of the leaves we're getting within September till November, but then we do some preparation of the feedstock, and we keep this feedstock during the whole year, not as a leaves, but as the leafy granules. So it helps us to secure the full year around availability. Another part how we shoot with the seasonality is, except for fallen leaves, we're able to use another biological plants like stems of flowers and some even agricultural waste as an additional feedstock. And usually there are no seasonality in that part. So some volumes of feedstock are coming during the whole year. Combining these two processes, we are able to secure the full year-round production with no seasonality.
Fantastic. Excellent. Good answer. So tell me a bit more about being a startup. What kind of challenges have you faced establishing and growing Relief, and how have you tried to overcome them?
So the biggest challenge for the beginning was the finances. As we are dealing with a quite industrial project, this is not the manual or as a lot of people think. So that's a matter of the big investments into the facility and especially in the equipment. And we spent a lot of efforts trying to find the investments. Finally, we succeeded with it in the end of 2022, and our investor is European Commission, who granted us 2.5 million for pilot production and committed some more investments into scaling. So that was the first one. But as we already partially on the market, we introduced some materials and some packaging to the market. So the main challenge that we face now is with the go-to market, because we are very small and very innovative company with an absolutely new material, and it takes a lot of efforts and time to introduce this to market. We see some barriers and very strong competition from the big paper mills, etc., and the packaging producers. So we try our best to find our niche on the market and to introduce our unique, innovative, and sustainable material and products to the customer.
Excellent. And in terms of other entrepreneurs and startups that may be a couple of years behind, you just got a seed of an idea, you know, what tips, advice can you give them in terms of helping them achieve success?
So I think there is no standard process floor. It's always up to every startup is unique, but there are some general rules, and knowing these rules helps us a lot in the succeeding. So the first rule, any startup should have MVP. It's nothing to do on the market without having at least a prototype. If we will explain someone that there is a paper from fallen leaves without showing this paper, so there is no way to move forward. Create your MVP, at least in the laboratory, show some samples. That's you cannot move forward without this. The second one, you need the people. The mistake of my partner Valentin from the beginning that he was trying to do everything alone. And of course, he may have a huge background in the for example, biotechnology, but running startup is not only about the technology or product, it's also about the business administration, business development, sales. So fortunately, now we have 10 people in the team with a huge expertise in marketing, PR, sales, business administration. So think about how to attract people into your team. Even if you don't have money to pay some salaries, there are always some ways how you can cooperate with the people. And the third one, probably make a great pitch deck and be always ready to pitch your company, your project everywhere where you will get these chances. Usually we participate from 10 to 20 events per year. Partially that's a startup events, partially that's a product exhibition, because in order to survive on this highly competitive market, we should be everywhere where our target audience is. So we pay really a lot of efforts on pitching our solution to the market. So I think all these 3 steps that's maybe will not help you to succeed, but will definitely increase your chances to fight for the market.
Brilliant. So prototypes, people,
team,
and
people,
pitching.
and
the 3 P startups. Excellent.
Something like this.
Right, final question. So what's next for Releaf? Where do you see your business going in the future?
So we have a lot of plans for the next at least 2 years. The biggest one is a pilot production line for pulp on the territory of France. This project started this year, and we hope that it will be finished in the end of 2024. And we will be able to supply at least 10,000 tons of pulp made from leaves to the paper and packaging producers. That's a very big project and very important for us, because further scaling and expansion is very depends on that. In the same time, we actively utilize existing resources that we have in Ukraine, at our contractors' facilities, to produce paper and packaging, and we are looking for the market in the Europe. We already have some pilot sales in more than 20 countries, mostly from Europe, but we are looking for more customers, from the new customers. We are ready to sell bigger volumes, and we pay a lot of efforts on that into finding the niche for our material and for our products. And once we will achieve this, so we still have a lot of plans for future. They are not limited with the geography. We have a lot of plans for next 7 years for Europe, but in addition to Europe, we are thinking also about having the local production in North America and in Japan. We see a lot of interest and a lot of great opportunities from tropical countries in terms of feedstock, because we know that not only the leaves, but tropical plants also a perfect source for the technology that we invented. And don't want to be limited only with the paper for packaging. We see great opportunities for hygienic products. A lot of plants just need time and energy to implement them.
Excellent. Some really ambitious plans and some exciting times ahead.
True.
So Alexander Sobolenko, General Manager and Founder of Releaf, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.